Hi guys! Happy Sunday morning. It's morning for me. Slept in a little bit, but I stayed up late working on this girl. So this is Lita, and she is my stock Hollywood Blythe girl, and she's a BL, so she comes on the like a doll body, which I really love, by the way. These little long skinny legs, they're so cute, and her little hands. So yesterday or last night, I decided that I was going to do some light customization on her, and by light I mean so no carving. But I took her head apart, which was quite different than an RBL. Her head is two halves, and then the scalp part is an independent part, versus the RBL, which has two halves to the head, a top part, and then the scalp that sits on the top part. So now her scalp is kind of just set back on here, and I need to do some research to find out about how to maybe glue that back on. I don't want to glue it because I'm probably going to be going back in her head to do some more things at some point. And it's staying on good enough for my, it's not like it's flying off or anything. So I'm okay with that now. But taking her apart was actually, this was the quickest and easiest time I'd ever taken apart a Blythe head. She just opened up. I unscrewed her screws in the back. She opened up, popped out her eye mechanism and dismantled it from the two parts like lickety split. I mean, it went the smoothest that it's ever gone. So the hard part, or the stubborn part, was replacing or removing her stock eye chips, and I took out two pair. And it was very stubborn. You stick the glue stick on the eye, you let it dry, for a couple of minutes, and then pop it out. That's the way it's supposed to go. But it didn't go that way. So I took literally hours, though, because I didn't want to. I know there's the method where you can screw in or Dremel the eye chip and remove it that way, which destroys the chip. And I didn't want to do that. I don't know if I'll ever use the chips again or put them back in, but I can't stand the thought of destroying her stock chips. So I took literally hours budging them out little by little, putting a glue stick on, waiting it to dry for a few minutes, pulling it out, put it on again, waiting for it to dry, pulling it out, and they just would budge out a little bit at a time, a little bit. I was doing other things while I was doing this. I was actually carving another head, which I'll maybe show here. It's still in its rough stages, but so I was doing other things, but I took my time. I was like, I'm not going to rush this. There's no rush. There's no it's not a surgery where I have to finish this quickly and get the patient woken up. It's fine. So and for me, in a lot of ways, I don't have that sense of like worry or anxiety, because I do surgeries and I have worry anxiety a lot of times when I'm doing those and things aren't going according to plan. But she's a doll and I love her, but she's not alive, and if I take a long time getting something done, it's okay. She'll be fine. She's gonna be okay. So I don't find it stressful. So I took my time and eventually got those chips out. And I put in two new pair, customized pair that I got from Little Darling Blythe. There's her card right there, and she has a YouTube channel too, Meliza. So this is, I had gotten, I bought a custom pair, which I'll show you here, and a pair that she had in her shop, and then she sent me these as a free gift, which was very nice. These are so pretty. They're acrylic chips. These are the chips that she has, and I I boggled her eyelids so that they go back further into her head, which I like that wide-eyed. It makes them look more like a child. I like the kind of sweet look that it gives them. And let's see here. I painted her eyelids. So the thing that I usually do when I paint their eyelids is that I go and I Dremel the rim of the eyelid to give a little more room to smoothly go back and forth, because even just putting a little bit, like this is just some pastels and a couple layers of MSC, it's enough to kind of cause it to scrape a little bit. And I still may go back and do that, but you know, I'm not ready to carve her yet. I'm not ready to do any carving or modification, and I'll get there. You know, I think I will. I think I'll get there and do that eventually. But let's see here. So that's a pair of stock pear. And that's another stock pear. And I didn't do a gaze lift. I do the roll. So I roll the eyes when I want them to have a lifted gaze. So because I don't want to damage the T-bar, I don't want to risk that. And it's just as easy to roll the eyes. So this is the other pair of eyes that she got. And this was the custom pair that Meliza made for me. I contacted her because she'd had a video up with some that she'd made with these little like mirrored gems in them. So she made me a pair. And I really love the look of the wide pupils. I love the kind of sweet little girl look that it gives them. I just really like it. So I also matted her face. So when I had her all taken apart, I gave her 2 layers of MSC on her face, which did cut down. It's definitely a lot more matte than it was. It's not as shiny. And I like it, but I know that probably in my future I'm going to be sanding her face and giving her a custom face up, probably doing some light carving on her nose and mouth, just basically to accentuate. I don't want to radically change her. I want her to still like to look at her and go, oh, she's a Hollywood. I don't want to change that. I want her to be recognizable, which being a BL kind of helps with that because the face sculpt is so different, I think. Like I still recognize even customized Hollywoods, like I recognize them at this point. But I want to get a few more carvings under my belt before I do that. A few more carvings on factory Blythes. Her little pull rings. So I haven't put any charms on here. I did put one of these cool cat rings that I had, and then here's her original ring. So I want to take my time finding like the charms that I want for her. And I didn't have anything that said Lita to me. But we'll get her something. It's not a rush. We can take our time. Let me show you the carving that I did do. While I was going through that agony of chip removal, I started, I don't know if you can see that at all. This was a translucent faceplate that I got, and I don't know, can you see that? So I started some carving on it, and I tried something a little different. So it's not completely sanded, so there's still some shiny spots. I usually save that for last. I just start working on it and save the overall sanding for the end. But I tried out a new shape for the mouth, a little bit wider. So I'd like to make some different expressions and try some different things so that I have a variety of different looks. But I was really interested to try out carving one of these translucent face plates. So when I get half dozen more so carvings, so this is my third carving. So if I get a few more and start to feel more comfortable, then maybe I will go back and do some things to Lita. But we'll see. I'm taking my time. There was, I forget her name. She makes these really adorable hats. These are really adorable Blythe hats that she crochets and brushes. I forgot her name, but if I can remember, I will put it in the down bar. But she has a Hollywood that she had customized, and I really it's kind of just like perfect, like what it just was. It of course had custom face up, but it was, you could tell it was a Hollywood. I mean, they stayed true to like her basic face up, did some light carving, and that's kind of what I have in mind for her. So seeing that doll kind of gave me the courage to go forward and be like, okay, I really like how that looks. I'm going to work on my girl, and I'm so glad that I did, because I just, anytime I do any work on one of my dolls, whether it be face ups or working on their hair or making them a dress or making something for them, it just like I just bond. That's my way of bonding with them. Doing stories and that sort helps too, but to physically bond to a specific doll, doing work on them does more than anything. So, but so there's Lita. Sorry for the haggard appearance. I basically just got up. Been drinking coffee, and it's Sunday. I don't care. No makeup, hair ain't fixed. We're just gonna have a relaxing day off, and maybe do some fun things with dolls. But I hope you're all having a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.